We're going to see now Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach Masech Pesachim Daf Aleph Amud Beis. Af Pishen Rai L'Dover Zeichel L'Dover V'hoi B'yoyim Ahu Achapes Yisraelim B'Neres. You see that searching you do through candles. Is boy Eimer Nishma Inam and Adah. Some say you can learn it out of this pasuk. Nei Hashem Nishmas Adam Choi Fes Kol Chadir Voten. The neshama of a person is a candle of Hashem. And with that he searches everything that's deep hidden. The neshama is like a candle. It can search and delve into deepness of each person's what he has deep in his minds. So we see that a candle is made for searching. We can learn out that with the Eved, we have to do at night with a candle, true, but with the Eved it's also good if you do Bedika during the day. The Tanina Rabbi Yehuda says the next Mishnah, and the explanation there, the Gemara is going to say if you forgot to do it at night, you can do it during the day, or Shasabir. So you see, Rabbi Yehuda says that Bedika of the Yoim is also a good Bedika. Loisai Dover Rabbi Yehuda, Lafil the Rabbanon, Tanina Chom Om Imle Bodek Oedi Dal, Yitakvidal, Chom also say that. And Yishalmi wasn't so sure, I guess, that Pshat in that Mishnah, according to Rabbi Yehuda, maybe it means that you have to do all the 3 times. But the Shalmi is going to say soon two Mahalchim on this. But the Chacham say openly that you can also do, if you did not do the night of the 14th, you can do it during the day. We're asking now a question. Is what's the halacha if you do bedika? If you do bedika during the day, let's say you forgot, do you have to use a candle? It says ain't boitka. It means obviously bedika is done with a candle. That's a standard bedika. So you say don't do bedika lo'er chama, lo'er levana, lo'er aneh, chom el lo'er aneh. Nich lo'er levana, lo'er chom, el lo'er chama v'chiyesh chama b'layla. It means when you do bedika at night, don't rely. You should use a candle. Don't rely on lo'er levana, chama, or chom. You should use a nair. So we have to touch up this brayso. That means even during the day. Chama means that during the day you should also use a nair. It says when there's kechavim, you should use a nair. When there's levana, use a nair. So use the same logic. When there's a chama, that means during the day, you should use a nair. Lo yisrael dova bayish ein by oira. And a fila bayish yesh by oira. Something like that there. Saying another halacha now. Even a house. So lo yisrael dova bayish yesh ein by oira. That a house that doesn't have windows. So we say it's better to do lo oira and air at night. Even a bayis has a lot of windows, and I might say, you know what? Maybe adrabah, it's better to use the sun. Bishleim, it has very few windows, very hard, so it's not good to do during the day, because during the day it's not, the nair doesn't work so well, and there's not too much light coming in. But let's say there's tons of light coming in. Maybe we should do it during the day. Say no, do it at night or nair. Still better than, even if it's full of windows, and still don't do it at night. Don't do it during the day. What's the halacha about dark mevoyas? Maybe it's so dark that you can do it during the day also, because the sun doesn't have a chance to get in there. But we see from the words of the Rabbanon, or we'll see soon what they say, that they say, doesn't, it's an interesting fact that a candle does not give out so much light during the day than during the night. So you should, even that dark alleyway, that l'chayra, the day and the night are the same because there's no sun. Still, you should be boidik dafke during. You should do boidik by night. Amr Ravuna, kadavinan arkin beilan batisa the sidra rabba. I mean, you used to run away and hide ourselves in the certain trees that were in the shul. But likan leina neris. They used to have candles. They couldn't. They were hiding somewhere. There was no sun coming there. They had candles. How do they know when it's day and when it's night? They saw according to the candles. When the candles were strong, they knew it's night. So you see that at night it shines stronger than during the day. Asi kehai the marav achia bazira. Noach nisose the teva hichas ima avonim toivas. Born in good stones. B'shor shoy keyes. Hoy yedeya show yoim. B'shor shoy mavikas. Yedeya show laila. Same thing with the teva. There was no windows there. It was dark. How did he know when it's day and when it's night? So he had a certain stone, and when it's night, it shines stronger than during the day. Why does he need to know when it's day and when it's night? Lama. Certain animals eat their meal during the night. So it sounds like there was a window, so he could have seen through the window if it's day or night. And for the Gemara, we're talking here according to Shitta that there was no sun during the Shnasa Mabul. The Mamela, the window was there, but there's nothing, it didn't help anything because there was no sun anyway. The only way to know is through the Margolis that had a certain, like a certain clock. During the daytime, it was less shiny, and during nighttime, more shiny. Maybe I'm your boy. If you have to make bedikas chametz in a shul, where you daven or where you learn, what's the question? Because they used to eat meals there, Shabbos and Rosh Chodesh. Used to have a meal in the Besmedish, and they brought in chametz. So if so, for sure, you have to make bedikas. It's makash mechnisa by chametz. So the Gemara answers, that was the question. The question was that wasn't the, for sure you need to do a badika. That wasn't even this question. The question is, since it says so much light, we had before that if you have a certain, like a lot of windows, you still have to do at night. But let's say the bad thing to see is have almost totally, like, comes in so much light from all the sides. Like Gemara says, aksadra, you can be doing badika during the day because it's totally open to the sun. So maybe you can do that during the day also. That was his question. If a basic knesses, you have to do at night with a candle, or you can do it during the day with using the sunlight. Yasa asked the question. That they used to eat in a courtyard. They used to eat chalis toider kikanaze. Now, obviously, he's talking about chalis toider, because chalis toider had chametz in it. So, question is, if you need to make bedika to make sure there's nothing left over from the chalis toider. So the Gemara, I don't understand your question. Anyway, you have to do bedika because you have to burn the noiser. So whenever you finish eating there, you have to check there's no noiser. My answer to that, no. This should come out. Kado Toner Zechariah Chasin Rab Levi. Zechariah, the son-in-law of Levi, said, "Nida chafefes userekes, kehenes eine chafefes userekes." Halacha is a nida before she goes to mikveh, she has to comb and scratch to make sure the hair isn't tied up together. However, kehenes also has to do tevilah when she eats truma, and the minig was that every day they used to do tevilah, and then at night they used to eat truma. That was the minig. It's the first mission in Barachas actually. So they used to toivel. But this kehenes was very common. Maybe they do it every day, but it sounds that if they were scared there was any chashash tumah, then they need to do her shemesh. So they do tvila, let's say almost every day, and so since she does it so often, she doesn't need to separate her hair and scratch it because it's anyway already well separated. So before she does tvila, she does not need to make the special chafifa and srika. However, nida kehanas, if she's both, kehanas became a nida. Now she wants to go to the mikveh for after 7 days to be toivel for a nida, for a tumas nida. She does have to do it. So tachlik ben nida la nida means even though her hair is well combed, you can ask a kasha. These 7 days she didn't comb it because she was tumas nida. But let's ignore this question now. Let's assume that since she does it all whenever possible, when she's not a nida, so her hair is always separated. So l'chayra, when she's a nida, she should not have to do it because her hair is well done. We say no. You don't want to make difference between you and a regular lady. Since we say every nida has to do it, you do it too. Don't be different than a Israelis nida. So what do we see from this? That we don't make loy plug. We don't make a distinction. Bain beer. We go back to our question. Even though this chotzer has bedika from machmas noiser, so the chotzer of Te'ilah Toida should not need bedika. But since a regular chotzer, you don't eat their lachmet Toida, needs bedika, you don't differentiate. Say this also needs bedika. It's called in our language loy plug. We don't make a different. Don't try to make everything one rule for everyone. So this is what the Gemara brings a rai from this din from kehenes nida needs to do chafifa, even though she's a kehenes and she has an excuse that while she does, she's potter in general for making srika and chafifa. But when she's a nida, we don't make any difference. We say she has the same din like Yisraelis. But this is Aleph Ahmed base.